It's been a little more than 1 year since a new Missouri law started to allow motorcycle riders to decide whether they want to wear a helmet. KMU8's Jacob Murphy talked to one rider who was recently in a serious crash. Jacob joins now here in the studio. And Jacob, this law has already changed the number of fatalities in the state.
The law that lets riders not wear a helmet is causing more fatalities a year after lawmakers passed it. I talked to a Columbia motorcycle rider who had a close encounter after the law.
This is something that I love more than anything.
Christian Bullard started riding motorcycles before he started walking.
When I ride, and I like to feel that freeness and the wind on my face. You know, you don't get that with a full face helmet.
And he still feels passionate about not wearing a helmet, even after what happened to him a few weeks ago. But let's back up. In August of 2020, Missouri lawmakers allowed motorcycle drivers over the age of 26 to ride without a helmet. MoDOT disagreed.
I think the biggest reaction for us was really just disappointment.
There have been more motorcycle deaths in 2021.
I think we knew once that law passed that we were likely going to see an increase in the motorcyclist fatalities, and unfortunately that's what we're seeing.
According to MoDOT, 11 motorcycle fatalities involved a rider who wasn't wearing a helmet in 2020. In 2021, there have been 68 riders killed who haven't been wearing a helmet. That's more than 5 times more than the year before. Christian Bullard almost became a part of that increase.
You know, when you say your life flashes before your eyes, you know, it's because you see all of that in that split-second moment.
A split second was all it took for Bullard to almost lose his life.
I'm usually a safe rider, and I don't go crazy, and I've never had a close call. You know, this was it.
Bullard was less than a mile from his home when he swerved to miss a deer, overturned his motorcycle, which threw him into a tree.
I mean, insane, unpredictable. I remember all of it. I mean, I didn't black out. I didn't have a helmet, but my serious injuries were not of my head, and I did hit my head twice.
Bullard did break 6 vertebrae in his spine and got staples in his head. 1 week after the crash, when we talked, Bullard had no regrets, and he doesn't want the law to change.
I do not want to be one of those people that later on down the line, if enough people get hurt, that it comes back to debate for Columbia on whether, or Missouri, that they want to reinstate the helmet law.
The helmets are protecting our brain and hopefully allowing us to function like we normally would for the rest of our lives.
Despite struggling to walk around his house after the crash, Bullard hopes to be back on his bike as soon as possible to feel the wind on his face, as he still feels passionately about not wearing a helmet, even after his close call. Riders can choose not to wear a helmet, but MoDOT hopes they will. Riders must have a proof of valid health insurance to ride without a helmet. In the studio, Jacob Murphy, KMU8 News.